just noticed that my music is going fucking haywire. Yeah, that's better. Should be a little bit less loud. Now, I'm sorry for the intro. Anyway, hi, hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I hope you're doing well, all of you. Give me a second. Have my earbuds in? Yeah. The reason we're starting a little bit later today is because I'm not doing 4-man soling today. Taking a week off because Ducky sadly cannot get off from work. Specific Tuesday, normally he can, but not today. Unfortunate. We'll probably resume next week. Although I'm not entirely sure about that. Patel has voiced recently that he's thinking about putting streaming on a pause. So, for all we know, that it probably won't be the last 4-man soling stream. Maybe in a while, but not forever. So that means that I had to cook up something for Expanded, like we did on the Tuesdays before that. Which I'm doing right now. This is an expanded list, and since I last Saturday in the PokéCommander, a weekly PokéCommander match, I played with a Kyogre and Groudon Legend deck, I got an idea about Kyogre. Not about Groudon, but about Kyogre. Specifically, the new Kyogre that was released in Mega Evolutions. This Kyogre is a 150 HP basic Pokemon. Maybe I shouldn't grab the reverse. The reverse is very reflective. This is probably better to show. I mean, it's so rare, so it's probably going to be reflective edges. Yeah. Anyway, this is a 150 HP basic water type Pokemon with 3 retreat costs, weakness to lightning, and also a useless second attack. Let's be real. But the first attack reads Riptide. Attack does 20 damage for each basic water energy card in your discard pile. Then shuffle those cards into your deck. For anyone that has seen previous streams of Expanded, I think one of the last, if not the last, deck that I tried to make work was Volcarona V. Volcarona V has the same attack, but it functions for all basic energy. So unfortunately we can't abuse the broken fire discard stuff that we have, but the benefit of this is that Kyogre is a single prize Pokemon. Of course, they're also both basics, but Kyogre is a single prize Pokemon, which means that we can make this deck mostly one-prizers. I've put very little two-prizers in here, so I don't have the whole Dedenne Squawkabilly Crobats setup. I do not have that in this list. I went a lot more heavy focus into the single-prizers so that you potentially have a better shot against stuff like Regidrago, because Kyogre is 150 HP, so a Trifrost won't KO this. They probably need like Timeless GX into like freaking any other single target dragon type move to get a prize lead on you, and they can only do that once per game. They can also technically Trifrost twice in a row, but that's really difficult to do. Now, can we one-shot Regidrago reliably on turn 1 going second? No. We definitely cannot. But that's okay. That is okay. We're mostly a deck of single prizes, and there are some strategies in here where we can still like weave in a turn 2 going first cheeky KO on like a Regidrago V, for example. We definitely got our ways to weave back in. But this is going to be a similar deck to what the Volcarona V deck was, or what the Beskar Legion deck before that was, but that's of course a stage 1 Pokemon. Whereas it's going to be a Hyper Turbo deck that aims to discard as many energies per turn as possible. So let me show you the deck list, shall we? First and foremost, we are rocking with 3 Kyogre. I already discussed this card to you. We run 3 copies of it. And I'll position this right here. I guess it's probably the wisest to talk about the energy count after this. Like right now is what I mean. Because we got a whole lot of energy in this deck. A whole lot. I think, from what I counted, this is 18 energy total, but we're gonna count together, okay? I'm just gonna do it in bouts of 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is 18 water energy. It's probably not very visible because the layout is slightly hiding it. So I will go ahead and grab some dice to make sure that it's very clear to everyone that this is 18 water energy. Yeah, so at maximum, since Kyogre does need a water energy, we can do 340 damage. Which practically KOs everything. It doesn't KO Mega Venusaur, it doesn't KO Mega Gardevoir, but those two cards see 0 play in Expanded, so I do not mind at all. And if we're taking into account resistances and stuff, I don't think very many things resist water. And if they do, surely they don't have like 320 HP or more. So I think we should be fine on that front. We practically can, if 17 water are in the discard, we practically one-shot everything bar like some abilities or HP boosters. Make sure you hydrate properly, by the way. Very, very important. So, what did I choose to go for? What did I choose for the discard engine specifically? I'm noticing that I put in these proxies very hastily, so I'll reveal them one by one. We are running a 3-3 Zebstrika line. These are the Blitzle from Surging Sparks just because they're 70 HP, 1 retreat, and they actually have like a somewhat useful first attack, kind of. They're slowly appearing one by one in screen, so do not fret. And the Zebstrika, or Zebstrika, I honestly don't know if it's Zebstrika or Zebstrika, is the Sprint Zebstrika from Lost Thunder. This has the ability, sorry, it is a 110 HP lightning type Pokemon with 1 retreat, stage 1. And it has the ability Sprint, which reads, once during your turn, before your attack, you may discard your hand and draw 4 cards. So it's like half a research. And this could be really, really good, especially if you can chain multiple together. This is why we run a 3-3 line. We just want to be thick in general. And other cards that are gonna help us discard even more cards and see more cards per turn is 2 copies of the Dedenne-GX. Yes, there are still some 2 prizers in the deck just because they're fucking goated. The Dedenne-GX is a basic lightning type Pokemon for 2 prizes, has 1 retreat cost, 160 HP, and has the ability to DD change. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, during your turn, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards, but you can't use more than 1 DD change per turn. So, damn, the glare on this is crazy. I love this promo. Yeah, DD change. My goat. Can I change the reflection on that? Not really. I'm completely botching this. Yeah, no, this is kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked, but I hope it's okay. At least you can see that it's to the Dennes, right? Surely. And we got more for helping us discard stuff. 1 copy of Radiant Greninja. Radiant Greninja is a basic water type Pokemon with 1 retreat cost, 130 HP, and has the ability Concealed Cards. Once during your turn, you may discard an energy card from your hand to draw 2 cards. This ability is worded slightly differently, but that's essentially what it comes down to. Once again, very useful to help us specifically discard energy, see a few more cards per turn. It's a single price Pokemon, so it's just a natural fit for the deck. 100%. For our Pokemon search, we run 4 Quick Ball. Quick Ball is an item that allows us to search our deck for a basic Pokemon and put it into our hands, but only if we can discard a card from our hand. And in a similar vein, we also run 3 copies of Ultra Ball, which in trade-off for discarding 2 other cards from our hand, searches our deck for any Pokemon to put in our hands. We also have our last bit of ball search, 1 copy of Nest Ball, which puts our basic Pokemon from our deck onto our bench directly, without discarding anything. Why is the lighting so fucked? Oh, I know why it's so fucked. Is this better than... Hold on. I think this is better. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Okay, for some more draw support, we have draw supporters. 4 copies of Professor's Research. Iconic card, of course. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards as your supporter for turn. think this one is fairly self-explanatory for why it is in the deck. Don't think I have to explain it. Even more ways to discard cards, specifically 4 copies of Battle Compressor. This is a must-have in any Hyper Turbo deck. Battle Compressor is an item card that searches our deck for up to 3 cards and discards them, shuffling our deck afterwards. Like I said, this card is a must. It's like the best card in the game to fin your deck with. Voila, that's why it's in here. Another great goated search card that also helps us discard is our ace-pack, Secret Box. Secret Box is an item card that we can only play if we discard 3 other cards from our hands. So 3 basic water energy from our hands, usually. But this allows us to search our deck for an item card, a tool card, a supporter card, and a stadium card. So 1 of every type of trainer card. This is kind of an essential card in this list, I'm not gonna lie. This card is so fucking goated just to get your setup going. It's not even funny. Another card that will help us discard cards and draw cards. Our one and only stadium of this deck, PokéStop. I was considering running maybe a second PokéStop, but one PokéStop felt okay here. So PokéStop is a stadium that reads that once during each player's turn, the player may discard 3 cards from the top of their deck. But the player discarded any item cards in this way, the item cards go into their hand instead. So essentially this allows us to see like 3 more cards deeper into the deck. Of course we can only grab the item cards, but like any other cards, including energies, get discarded. And even if supporter cards are discarded, that's not the end of the world. Because our recovery count is right here. As you can see, 2 copies of Rescue Stretcher to either put a Pokemon from discard into our hand, or shuffle 3 Pokemon from discard into deck. Since this deck is very discard heavy, specifically aggressive discards from our hand, it felt kind of necessary to include some Rescue Stretchers in case we need more Kyogres in a game to function, or if our Strike lines are getting targeted down. And then also 2 copies of Versus Seeker. Only 2 copies because, like, come on, man. Surely we see enough researchers, and if we don't, like, Versus Seeker can always help us bail out. It's very nice that PokéStop can also technically get Versus Seekers from the top of our deck for us, in case we need to rip an additional Versus research, or if we want to Gust with 2 copies of Guzma, which switches our Pokemon and one of our opponent's Pokemon to the active spot. This is our Gust option of choice, also kind of our mobility, together with 2 copies of Float Stone. I don't think this is kind of a no-brainer. Like, Float Stone is such a good card. It's a tool card that gives the Pokemon it's attached to a retreat cost of 0. It's really nice. Oh, hello, Strategic. Welcome in. I didn't see you. I got kind of carried away with explaining. You wanted to make this deck an expanded beta, but it was shit. Yeah. I think the main reason why this deck is shit in expanded beta is because you're missing the battle compressors. I think that's the biggest one. Also, Versus Seeker is like kind of a big deal for this list, not gonna lie. Being able to just effectively have 4 potential Gust cards in your deck is really, really big. I haven't fully tested this deck, but Volcarona V with Mew might be better, but once again, the Fates Collide Mew is not in expanded beta. But yeah, not having the Battle Compressor really, really hurts this list. Absolutely. I guess you could consider replacing them with like Acrobikes, but it's not the same, you know? It's not the same. Anyway, for the very astute watchers, you now see 56 cards on your screen. That's not 60. There's a few more cards that we have here. We call them tech cards, so to say. First and foremost, the Hisuian Heavy Ball. This card can swap itself with a basic Pokemon in our prizes. This is really nice for if we prize like multiple basic Pokemon, in, like, for example, both our Dedenne, or maybe our Radiant Greninja, maybe 2 of our Kyogre. Very flexible cards in case we need more from our prizes than we can get at that moment. Please send me the list after stream. Thank you, so you can stare at the cards in TCG Live until expanded because of thing. If you go to the YouTube stream, the list should be in the description, so you can just copy it over. That's probably easier than me sending you the list. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't allow for like long descriptions on streams, but YouTube does. So it's in the YouTube description if you want a copy, like just easy copy list. It's in there. We also run one copy of Field Blower. Field Blower is a card that allows us to discard some tools or stadiums in play if necessary. To be fair, I always love running a one of Field Blower in most lists, specifically because some tools are just really annoying, or stadiums, and like you can't figure it. And this card comes up in like only like 5% of matches. But if it does, it's so fucking it's so great to have Field Blower just as a one-off copy, potentially. Like if you could deny like a Forest Sealstone use out of that, that's amazing. That's already more than the card needs to do. Your good friend Field Blower, yeah. And this is the A promo, as you can see. This is the Pokemon League promo. Love this card. Okay, and the last two cards are a little bit of a spicy tech. I'm not entirely sure if these last two cards are like the best last two cards that you can add. You can consider adding like a fourth Ultra Ball, or a third Rescue Stretcher, or something like that. Maybe more Water Energy, but I run a 1/1 line of Origin Form Palkia VSTAR. And the reason for this is because this, we usually choose to go first, so that we can do a turn 2 going first attack. And honestly, if we don't have that many Water Energy in a discard pile yet, we can still launch a powerful attack with Palkia VSTAR if we have at least 3, because we can just Star Portal 2 to our Palkia, and maybe 1 to a Kyogre on the bench, or like on a Greninja for retreat later, and probably swing pretty hard, because turn 2 going first, we probably have a full bench or near full bench, so we're doing like at least 160, and your opponent probably has like a few things on bench as well, likely. So this can potentially like one-shot a Regidrago V if they're not prepared. So that's the last two cards of this deck. It's, like I said, it's specifically kind of a tech option, but I do think it really enables the rest of the deck pretty well. I would love to run like maybe a 2-2 line or a 1-2 line of this Palkia VSTAR, but I really could not justify cutting any other card from this list, if I'm gonna be honest. What if you start Palkia V? That's not the end of the world. Palkia V has like 220 attack. If they can do 220 damage turn 1 going second, good luck, or good job to you. If you open Palkia V, it's usually not that bad actually, because it makes your turn 2 Palkia VSTAR swing a lot easier to accomplish. You're not needing to look for a Float Stone or a Hard Retreat or a Guzma. So honestly, starting Palkia V is probably ideal in like the Regidrago V matchups, etc. If you're up against Iron Thorns and you open Palkia V, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. And yes, only 3 Kyogre because we got 2 Rescue Stretchers. We're fine. Don't worry. We are completely fine on recovery. 3 Kyogres is more than enough. Alright, let's shuffle up this deck, shall we? Unless there's more questions about this list specifically, you're worried. Yeah, I can understand that. If you prize, like, the one downside I've had from testing this deck already is that if you prize one of the 2 Rescue Stretchers and you don't find it in your first, like, 3 prizes, you might be kind of strapped for like Kyogre axes, depending on how many Kyogres are prized at that point. But trust me, I think this is the best way to go about it. I'd rather do this than go 4 Kyogres, 1 Rescue Stretcher. Because Rescue Stretcher is just so versatile, also with being able to recover parts of Zebstrika lines if they get targeted down, or give us an extra Dedenne-GX in a game, for example. Rescue Stretcher is just so nice. Alright, yeah, let's shuffle it up and see how the list functions in Solitaire. Yeah. The reason I chose specifically 18 energy is that because with this you can do a maximum of 340 damage, which I'm pretty sure kills everything but everything that's meta relevant, I would say. Like, it doesn't kill Mega Venusaur or Mega Gardevoir, but who cares? Those cards do not see play in Expanded. Dude, you're kind of popping off with the YouTube thing, not gonna lie. I must say, it's been a while since I pushed out a video. I probably should if I have time, probably should work on... I have one recording of the Banless show in the bank, which I have yet to start editing. Unfortunately, it's a session that I did with Bombshell Cherry. But yeah, like I hate editing, bro. I hate editing so much. So if I ever find the time and motivation for it, that video will get uploaded. Don't worry. I think we recorded that like a week or a few days before PokéCommander launched, just to give you guys a little bit of a time scale. So it's been like a few months back already. You're not popping off? Not yet. Bro, you are popping off. I was meaning you're popping off with like your video scheduling. And honestly, who the fuck cares about if a video does well or not? If you're proud of the video, then that's all that matters, right? If you're proud of the video, then that's the only thing that matters. Alright. Do you think we shuffled enough? Should we shuffle a little bit more? The cards were, in fact, all ordered, so... who knows? I will shuffle a little bit more. There we go. Shuffle, shuffle. I think we're good for now. I think I'll just let the coin toss decide if we go first or second. Yeah, so let's say heads is first, tails is second. And I do flip tails, so that means we're going second, which is not ideal, but that's okay. Also grab the VSTAR marker, because technically we have a VSTAR power in our deck. Another card that you could consider for this list is for Seal Stone. Like, obviously you can only use it from Palkia V, but if you already know you're not going to be able to Star Portal, or don't want to Star Portal for a specific game plan, then I guess for Seal Stone is not the worst thing in the world. Capacious Bucket is also another option in this list specifically. If you feel like you're struggling finding the energies to discard to, which I honestly cannot imagine. But if you do have that specific struggle, then I guess you could consider maybe 1 or 2 Capacious Buckets to help you find energies. Or Professor's Letter, like, either works. Anyway, going second, let's grab ourselves 7 cards. Let's see what this hand is. Okay, we do open Kyogre and Float Stone. That's not bad at all. I do notice that my sleeves are getting a little bit dirty, but I love the pink sleeves. So I'm only going to put them away if they're like actually broken. Put down 6 prizes. My opponent is also at 6 prizes, so I will indicate that. With this, probably like this, let's be honest. Let's check the rest of our hand. We do have Heavy Ball, which is really nice. I have a tendency to sort my hands. Like, this, like supporters, like Pokemon supporters, items, dual stadiums, energy. I just have a tendency for that specifically. Maybe that's not the best thing, but whatever. This hand is not terrible. This is actually quite okay hand. Maybe not the best hand going second, but going first, it's a fine hand for sure. So let's flip over and draw a card for turn. See, that's a go to top deck actually. First and foremost, let's play Heavy Ball to see what we're dealing with in the prizes. Okay, so there's a Kyogre in prizes, there's a Zebstrika in prizes. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna keep the prizes open so I can remind myself what the prizes are, and so that people who just came in can also see what the prizes are. I will not bench this Kyogre yet until I absolutely have to. So let's start with doing a quick ball to find, I think Radiant Greninja is correct here. Or Palkia. We have the Dedenne in hand, so it's probably best to just grab Palkia. Yeah, the prizes are definitely not bad. I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. But we don't run Escape Rope, so it's probably best to just attach Float Stone right away here. Specifically, temptation to get 7 gold water energy on live or 14,000. Hello, welcome in, Ruthless Hauser. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yes, this is the Hydrogen Bomb Kyogre from Mega Evolution. Solid prizes. No Squawkabilly? Yeah. I did mention that I wanted to keep the amount of 2 prizers in this deck limited. Specifically because Kyogre is such an efficient 1 prize attacker. So that's why I'm running just to do the rule. Wow. That's why I'm running just a 2 Dedenne build. Because Dedenne is like the most flexible in late game. Because Squawkabilly can only be played on turn 1, of course. Or it can be played on other turns, but you can only use its effect on turn 1. Let's use Battle Compressor. I think we're just going to grab 3 Water Energies from this specifically. I mean, there is a Zebstrika in the discards, or in the prizes, but I don't really want to ditch a Blitzle yet. I think that's generally not a smart idea to do. I think it's just going to be 3 Water Energy. Yeah. I'm honestly not really started for attachment for turn yet, so I think I just benched the Kyogre. I do have to shuffle my hands, or shuffle my deck, and then I'll just play the Dedenne afterwards. I could consider attaching to the Palkia, but I'd rather this Water Energy end up in the discard pile, if I'm gonna be honest. Last night you went 4-3 in an online tournament with Bolt Noir and came 34th. Oh my god, let's go! That's really good. You dirty Dragapult player. that's a really good result. Congrats. Love that for you. Yeah, this is my question. Am I gonna attach the Palkia here, or am I think I'm just gonna rip the Dedenne change. So, on play, we discard our hands and draw 6 cards. So let's do that right away. Standard Brain was peaking, you only play Expand. Yeah. Okay, so we did find Zebstrika. We still didn't find a supporter, but that's okay. We have double Quick Ball here. So we can go find 2 Blitzle, or Blitzle plus Radiant Greninja. I think double Blitzle is probably better here. Yeah, I think double Blitzle is probably better here, because we do want the Zebstrika setup. Ideally 2. I think double Blitzle is probably the optimal setup that we want here. And we keep the Ultra Ball in our hand so that next turn we can go for a Palkia VSTAR play. Okay. Unfortunately, this is turn 1 going second, so my opponent is probably going to KO the Kyogre in active if they don't have Gust for the Dedenne. Which means we would lose our 1 Float Stone because the other one is prized. I don't think there's much we can do about it, but I want this to stay inactive so that I have an easy pivot into Palkia next turn. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got like Pokemon banger music on. I just have this go-to playlist. And this is kind of fitting indeed because we're playing a Kyogre deck. Okay, so I'm gonna pass turn. I think I'm just gonna flip a coin to check if my Dedenne will get Gust KO'd or not. So let's say heads is that it does get Gust KO'd, and tails it's not. I'm playing Solitaire. I don't really have any other way to do this. But still, so it doesn't get Gust KO'd, so which means my Kyogre gets KO'd here. Which means we push Palkia, and my opponent goes to 5 prizes. And we draw for turn. Okay, we don't need this Blitzle at the very least. Sad part is that I still can't play this Ultra Ball because I have to go for Zebstrika here. Do we actually? Maybe we just Ultra Ball these 2 away for the Palkia KO. I think that's actually honestly better. Yeah. Let's Ultra Ball these 2 away. What am I doing? I should look at my deck for the Palkia VSTAR. We could do some webcam stuff sometimes so you don't have to play solo. That'd be nice to do like a cool best of 5 or something. That'd be cool. Yeah. I'd like that. We would have to schedule for that, of course. Or on EUIC. I'm like almost certain I'm going to EUIC this season, so. Maybe not even to compete, but maybe just for the vibes. Okay, so we Ultra Ball for the Palkia VSTAR. We have no cards in hand, unfortunately, but that's okay. We can use Star Portal. I guess we don't need an ability marker for that. To grab 3 Water Energies from the discard pile and attach them to our Water Pokemon in any way we like. So, like this. most likely. Yeah, I do want to attach to the Kyogre here. I was thinking, this is something you should definitely consider while playing this. If you have a hand, like my hand's currently empty, but if you do have a hand with which you can see a lot of cards, you can consider attaching this one to the Dedenne. So that's on the next turn, when this gets KO'd or something else gets KO'd, you can push the Dedenne and then retreat the Dedenne into the Kyogre, because you probably have an attachment for a turn. Having said that, this is probably safer since we don't have any cards in hand. But having the option to retreat the Dedenne gives you one extra card in this card that you might otherwise not have. So you're probably gonna go compete? Hell yeah. Tickets are not available. No. They usually are available like a month in advance. So I would say like mid-January. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate that. I do have follows on Anonymous, so if you do want to say hi, feel free to, but don't feel forced to. Alright, so yeah, I did the Star Portal, attaching 2 to Palkia, 1 to Kyogre. So at this point, from our side, we have 4 Pokemon here, so that we would swing for 140. Let's say they have like 2 bench Pokemon. That means we would swing for 180. The question is if that KOs anything. Like, if this is a Regidrago and they have 4 things on the bench, then you do 220 and you KO Regidrago. That's honestly not that unlikely for Regidrago to have 4 bench Pokemon, so let's say they didn't play around the Palkia turn 2, and we take 2 prizes. Like, we have to assume some things, because I'm playing Solitaire, of course, but let's see. So it seems that we got a Water Energy for off the prizes, yeah, and a Research. That's excellent, actually. This is so good for us. Holy shit. Okay, so the best thing they could do is either KO this or Gust KO Dedenne. Probably KOing this is like always optimal for them, so let's say that they do find the resources to KO, so they're on 3 prizes. In that instance, I will push Dedenne-GX and draw cards. And now I have to do a little bit of math. Okay, so how many do we have in the discard pile? How many waters? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 1 in prizes, 1 attached to Kyogre, and 1 in my hand. So that makes that we see 9 energy total. We see 9 energy total, which means there's 9 energy left in the deck. Now, how likely is it that I see at least 1 energy from my research? Or from any of my lead up after the research? I think it's pretty likely, but I'm not entirely sure how likely it is. So I think I want to research and not attach. I was thinking like if we attach this here, then we don't discard this with the research. I'm trying to like optimize, of course. I think we do just research here and just hope that we find like at least 1 water energy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the 7th card was a water energy. That's crazy. More clutch than a car. Yeah, that research on prize was so clutch. Okay, so we got 1 Zebstrika, of course. We're definitely gonna put the PokéStop in play. That's like kind of mandatory here. I think putting the 2nd Kyogre in play is also really nice to do. Judging that yeah, hold on. Let me think. I think Rescue Stretcher to get 2nd Zebstrika is probably pretty good here. Yeah, I think that's worth. I think that's very worth, actually. Rescue Stretcher for 2nd Zeb. Which means I can just play out the rest of this hand. How likely is it that I, in the next 8 cards, after a little bit of thinning, see more water energy? I think we can make it more likely by using the Battle Compressor to discard not water energy. Just cards that we don't need anymore, like Ultra Ball. Specifically Nest Ball, actually. We don't really need Nest Ball at this point. Let's do Ultra Ball, Nest Ball, Field Blower, discards from the Battle Compressor. Hold on. Is the music still like an acceptable amount of volume? Let me check real quick. Oh, we reached our follower goal actually with that last follow. That's amazing, thank you. Yeah, okay, cool. Music is nice volume for your ears, great. Okay, so I will quick ball away this Water Energy. I don't know why I shuffled. Don't ask. Don't ask why I shuffled. My brain was farting. We definitely quick ball for the Radiant Greninja bench. Actually, no. No. We don't quick ball for the Radiant Greninja bench. No. We could quick ball for Dedenne. We have 4 Pokemon on bench. We have an empty hand. Dedenne is free here. This has to be a Dedenne turn. My opponent's on Uprising already, so it doesn't matter that we have a second Dedenne bench, because I need 3 prizes anyway, not 4. So let's go ahead and play the Dedenne to trigger the Dedenne change, to just draw 6 cards straight up. Okay, we drew into 3 Research and a Versus Seeker. That's kind of unfortunate. I think I already discarded the other Versus Seeker, if I'm not mistaken. No, we haven't seen the other Versus Seeker yet. Okay, so we do still have outs to Guzma. Because there's 1 Guzma in deck and then 1 Versus Seeker for a Guzma. Second Versus Seeker is still in deck. That's something I wanted to keep in mind for Gus turns. This is probably a Guzma turn. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think the way we do this is we Versus Seeker for Guzma, then Guzma something up that's very juicy. We make sure we push either Zebstrika or the Dedenne, because this is 1 retreat cost. We do want attachment for turn to retreat off of this. Yeah, and I think I just have to chill. I don't really want to lose like triple research here, so I think I will chill. Let me just calculate first how much damage we're doing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 water in this card. Only 8? Really? Oh. Is it really that little? Yeah. Okay, 8. Yeah, we might have to go harder with Zebstrika than if we're only doing 8. If we Gus something, we probably want to have along lines of like 14 or something, or 12 for juicy KO. So let's Battle Compressor away 3 energies. Do we want to do the 3 energies actually? Uncertain. It's probably actually better to delete Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball Battle Compressor energy is, I think, better to discard off this. Actually no. No, Battle Compressor is still very nice actually. We do 2 waters and an Ultra Ball. I still have very much reach. Hold on, let me actually count how many cards I have here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see the whole deck. I can see the whole deck actually. So I need to be careful, because I still have PokéStop plus double Zebstrika open. And there's 11 cards in my deck right now, so I have access to my whole deck. This is fucking turn 2. Turn 3, by the way. Turn 3 going first. This is nuts. Okay, so we definitely... I want to be greedy, man. I want to be really, really greedy. So let's go for Sprint. To discard the researches. Draw 4 cards. Yeah, okay, we still find the water. That's, and we also find the other Battle Compressor. That's perfect. We can do a really big KO now. Yeah. So we didn't even need second Zebstrika in this instance, but if we like didn't find access to second Dedenne this turn, then we definitely needed the second Zebstrika this turn. Yeah, okay, so we do have water. Unfortunately, our bench is full, so we can't Radiant Greninja. There's a lot of items in my deck left still, so I do want to PokéStop, because I want them out of my deck. That's Versus Seeker, it's Rescue Stretcher, and this is either Guzma or Secret Box, the next one. It is Guzma, so Guzma gets this card, but that's okay, we have Versus Seeker in hand. So this last card, as you can see, is Secret Box in the deck. That's crazy, by the way, that the last card in the deck is freaking the A-Spec. It's okay, though. It's fine. We're not gonna sprint towards that, by the way. But we attach for turn. Fortunately, we can't get rid of this energy. But I think we do have enough for a juicy KO if we hard retreat here into the Kyogre. This deck is kind of like big brain, honestly. I feel very smart playing this deck. Maybe it's because the deck is made for me. Whatever. Alright, let's just count how much damage we're doing, shall we? This is my hand. Let's see. It's 5, 10, 15 water energy. So we're nuking something for 300. Surely that KO's Regidrago VSTAR. That KO's Lugia VSTAR. That's just straight up 2 prizes right there. That is very nice. And a nice thing about this is... and we get 2 prizes off of this, first and foremost. But second of all, we only need 2 more prizes to take. Heavy Ball is kind of useless. I would have preferred the Float Stone here, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. We only need 2 more prizes to take, and we have Versus Seeker in hand to have access to a Gust. So that's really nice. Of course, I'm not taking into account hand disruption, potentially, of course. But let's say, if worst comes to worst, they Gust up a Dedenne, and they KO the Dedenne to go to 1 prize. That's the worst case scenario, I think. So we're gonna push our other Dedenne, and draw cards for turn. We're definitely gonna bench the Greninja. Does it make sense to Rescue Stretcher anything here? I don't think so. Actually, it's probably better to not bench the Greninja, weirdly enough. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's probably better to Rescue Stretcher Dedenne and then leverage Dedenne's insane draw power compared to Radiant Greninja's consistent but moderate draw power. So now we play Versus Seeker to grab a Guzma, and we Guzma up like any juicy 2-prizer. We bench the Dedenne-GX, triggering the Dedenne change, discarding our hands. I'll just leave the water energies here, and drawing 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is basically all water energy with 1 secret box, in case you're wondering. Worst case is Prime Catcher and Iono or N, I think. Yeah, for sure. It's hard to be aware of that or keep track of that when we're doing it like this. Alright. First and foremost, let's do a sprint to discard our hand and draw 4 cards. Then let's do a sprint to discard our hands and draw 4 cards. There is the secret box. And the great thing about this is I can PokéStop to discard this water energy in deck. Actually, no, I should do it the other way around, my bad. Hold on. Because otherwise I'm not allowed to play Secret Box. I'm not allowed to play Secret Box if there's no card in my deck. So I have to play Secret Box first to discard these 3 energies. Search my deck for anything. Oh, there's not anything. Then we PokéStop. Wait, I fucked up. I don't have an energy on the Zebstrika. I fucked up. Oh yeah, no. This is a routing error. I'm so sorry, guys. At any point between the 2 sprints where I just discarded water energy, you probably just want to attach 1. I had a routing error in my mind. My bad. Sorry, I forgot. I forgore. I forgore. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Retreat. Into Kyogre. That's how I lose the game, by the way. That's how I lose the game in real life. By just forgetting that I need to attach to the Zebstrika there. For greed. I could have just Guzma into my Kyogre, by the way. But this should do 340 damage. Let's count. We got 5, 10, 15, 17 water energy for the big nuke KO, the last 2 prizes, and we win. Woohoo! Yeah. I should have kept in mind that Secret Box was an option. My bad. But we got there eventually. That's the nice thing about Solitaire. I can immediately catch myself on my mistakes and see how I should have routed it instead. Bro lost playing against himself temporarily. Yeah, I got lost in the sauce, as some people call it. I got lost in the sauce. But I probably, in real life, if I actually played at a tournament, I would have stopped before the second sprint and think, okay, what are the odds of me hitting Secret Box here? It's 80%, because 4 out of 5, I draw 4 from my 5 cards and one of them is Secret Box. So I probably have to attach first. That's what Noah Brain would have done if I was in a tour. But now we're just casually playtesting this deck with solitaire mode. So, yeah. But you are right. You are right. I would have lost to myself. I would have lost to myself, which is really funny. To be fair, I was hoping to draw into the Secret Box from the sprint, just so that I wouldn't have to care about it, like think about it, you know. Because we probably don't need 340. Like, if we do like 280, that's usually enough to grab the big KOs. Make sure you hydrate properly, by the way. Very important. Muy importante. I don't know why I turned Spanish. Don't question me, please. Can we get a Legends Paldea game? Alright. Let's flip the coin to see if we go first or second. Heads is first, tails is second. That is tails, so we once again have a game going second. That's kind of awkward. You got a random code for PCGL for free. It was Pokemon World 2022 Dex Accessories. London 1, which is very fitting for me. Oh, nice. Enjoy. Love that for you. Right. 7 cards. This is honestly your average opening hand. Kyogre, Rescue Stretcher, 5 water. That happens. It's okay. Okay. Let's put down some prizes. We are going second, unfortunately, with this terrible hand. Let's see how far we can go. Yeah, no, that's a useless card, unfortunately. This is just gonna have to be an attached pass. And honestly, at this point, you pray they don't have a knockout. And if they don't, we get another turn with another Kyogre. Awesome. Okay, let's just say, let's assume they pass, or we pass and they KO Kyogre. Let's assume that. Let's see if we get out of this. Not really. Well, actually, no, we do, because we have Rescue Stretcher. Right, first and foremost, we finally allowed to price check. The other Rescue Stretcher is in prizes. I'm in shambles, bro. I am in shambles. Anyway, what we do here is we make sure that we discard the Dedenne-GX and 2 Water Energy. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if we were playing a 40 energy Kyogre deck. Yeah, you remember the deck that the Kyogre Groudon Cryogonal Volcarona list that I made that had like, what was it, 38 energies, something like that? It was really funny. It was really, really funny. Okay, so that's our Battle Compressor, which means we can now Rescue Stretcher or Dedenne. We probably pop the Field Blower if it has a target, and then we get a change to draw 6 new cards. Ooh, Secret Box, that's big. There's Blitzle. Think. How do I want to go about this? There's a Blitzle in prizes, so it's fine if we discard a Zebstrika in the process. Just want to think how I'm going about this. I think I want to Quick Ball away a basic that I don't want to use anymore. I think at this point Palkia is like lost for now. Palkia is lost in the sauce for now, so that's fine. So we Quick Ball away Palkia so we can discard Palkia Quick Ball Zebstrika with the Secret Box. I think that's the play. 37 energy, you're making that deck in expanded beta, hell yeah. I think we have the Secret Box here. Okay, so we have kind of limited options in what our Tool and Stadium are, of course. We know, of course, that we're going to get Research, because Guzma doesn't really do much in this situation, and then we have to think about the item. I think ideally we grab Hisuian Heavy Ball here. Or Nest Ball. So it's either Hisuian Heavy Ball to establish another Blitzle, or Nest Ball so we have an extra Greninja. There's a fly in my room. Holy shit, scared the shit out of me. I think Heavy Ball's probably better. Only there was a water type that had the same effect as Volcanion, but for water. That's Volcanion EX. Oh yeah. That would be funny. Stupid fly. Fly? He sticks on my glasses. I hate this guy. Go away! Dude! He was sitting on my glasses. I grabbed him and I yeeted him to the ground. He was so slow. I don't think he was able to fly for much longer. If I'm able to grab a fly, that's crazy. Like that fly has 0 survival instinct, I feel like. But imagine just a bug sitting on top of your glasses. It's scared shit out of me. My constitution is not very high. Okay, Heavy Ball. The Heavy Ball for the Blitzle. Here we go. We bench the Blitzle. We play PokéStop. We attach... Where do we attach the Float Stone? Honestly, probably to the Dedenne. And then we research. So draw 7 new cards. Zinnia time, baby. Yeah, what's good? Ski said he might do an expanded tournament. Like actual expanded? Or expanded beta? I'm hyped no matter what, but that sounds awesome. Okay, we have Zebstrika in hand, that's awesome. We can evolve into that next turn. We also have 3 Water Energy, which we can't really do much with. Double Battle Compressor. I think Double Battle Compressor is not bad here. How much water do we have in this card? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actual expanded, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. So with 7, this is actually fine, because 7, 8, there's 3 there, so that's 11 in total. Which means we can definitely yoink 6 Water Energy out of the deck to still make a meaningful KO here, turn 3 going second. Wait, am I stupid? Oh, I also have 3 in hand. That's right. Okay, so that's not entirely possible. That's okay. That's fine. And we can still discard 4, and then we choose 2 others to discard. Definitely Palkia VSTAR at this point. We have double Blitzle in play. I guess we can discard the third Blitzle, that's fine. Hell yeah. What medium is he going to attempt to host it in? Is it going to be PvP Tabletop, or is it going to be PTCG Sim? What is it going to be? Because I would be very hyped. Alright, we're discarding these from the Battle Compressors. Have I attached for turn? I haven't, right? I haven't attached for turn yet, so let's do that on the Blitzle, I guess. And I do want to PokéStop. Kyogre, Float Stone. That's awful. That's so unfortunate. I was hoping to PokéStop after the Battle Compressor so I would hit like some more Ultra Balls or Quick Balls for next turn. But I just hit, I think, like the 3 worst targets of my deck. Unfortunately, that's okay. If we get second Rescue Stretcher off the prizes here, it's not the worst thing in the world. Because that's the second Kyogre that hit the discard, right? Yeah, there's another Kyogre already in there. So if this Kyogre goes down, that means we don't have any Kyogres anymore. No idea. Oh, unfortunate. I'm still very hyped for that, no matter what. Alright. We're gonna swing with Riptide. For how much? 5, 10, 11. So that's 220 damage. That's definitely enough to KO Regidrago OV. It's barely enough to KO Regidrago OV. So that's And the reason why I'm saying specifically Regidrago V is because Bro's the Tyrant that expanded. Like, come on, that guy is like a 20% meta share. We got 2 Water Energy off the prizes, unfortunately, not the Rescue Stretcher. It is what it is. Ideally for them, like, I don't know if they know that I only have 3 Kyogre, so I think ideally they do want to try to Gus the Dedenne. So that means we'll push the Blitzle, draw, oopsie, evolve to Zebstrika, and then research this hand away for 5. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Did I shuffle? I don't think I shuffled. Hold on. I don't think I shuffled. What would I call this deck in TCG Life? Hydrogen Bomb. That's what I would call it. This is the Hydrogen Bomb list. The reason I'm calling it that is because water is like 67% hydrogen. Technically, if you're thinking about it. That's what you're doing. Hell yeah. Or you can call it Turbo Kyogre, but like Hydrogen Bomb is more funny, in my opinion. Okay, let's draw 7 now after that I actually shuffled. I was like, what are the odds that I get fucking 7 energy? They're not very high. Okay, so we do still have 2 Water Energy here. Okay, we do have Quick Ball. Yeah, we can definitely Quick Ball away an Ultra Ball. To get ourselves a Radiant Greninja. It's like the only legal target in here. Yeah. And then we're Ultra Balling away a Water and a Research to get Zebstrika number 2. So that we have no Pokemon left in deck anymore, unfortunately. This is why we really want to Rescue Stretcher. Song. I love Song. Okay. Oh, there's an ad break. I'll wait for a second. I guess I'll put the Zebstrika on here because I know that's going to happen. Let's also get the Water Energies out of the discard pile. I'm not sure how many of you are hit by ads, but I'll wait until the ads are over. Yeah. Hold on, I'll type in chats. There we go. All right. God, this water tastes so good. I don't know what it is. Why does it taste so good, bro? That was the fastest 50 seconds of my life. Holy shit. Anyway, I don't know what you missed, but I quick balled away an Ultra Ball for Radiant Greninja, and I Ultra Balled away a Water and a Research to grab Zebstrika number 2. So I already researched this turn. I'm sadly not going to be able to hold on to this versus Seeker because I think we have to go a little bit harder to actually grab a meaningful KO here. The other versus Seeker is still in deck. What's my supporter count looking like? Down 3 Research and 0 Guzma. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. I did already use supporter for turn, so I think it's better to conceal cards first and then go for the sprints. So 1, 2, great. Then we go for sprint to discard my hand, draw 4 cards. Ooh, damn! I was really hoping not to hit both Guzma and VS Seeker here. How many waters do we have in discard right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not really a lot. Well, that's with 10 with the retreat here, so that's 200. I think I don't really want to do the second sprint this turn, specifically because I don't want to burn this. Yeah, I did burp. I'm drinking water, okay? Come on, bear with me. I really don't want to discard Guzma VS Seeker here, so I think I'm gonna hope to hit at least one energy on PokéStop here. Come on. Nice, okay. I do burn the other Guzma. So I'm really happy that I held off on the other sprints. That's crazy. Okay. Let's hard retreat into the Kyogre. And at this point we really need to hit the Rescue Stretcher. So I'm assuming this is a 2-price KO. I think this does 220 damage in total. Let me just count real quick. Yeah, that is 220 damage in total. So we'll grab 2 prizes off this. Water best drink, me no alcohol. I am an alcohol drinker, but honestly I wouldn't call myself an addict or a serial alcohol drinker. I drink like on like 2 evenings a month, I would say. And then I do take like 3 to 4 units, but still, I don't think that makes me an alcoholic, right? I think on average, if for a man to be, for a male person to be an alcoholic, they would have to drink 2 units a day on average, or like 14 units a week on average, or more, I think. So I think I'm fine with my 1.5 to 2 units a week. Alright, let's draw 2 random prizes. No! The Rescue Stretcher's still there! Oh, that sucks. Oh, I forgot to update this tree, by the way. It is definitely on tree. They would 100% KO the Kyogre here, it's not even funny. So they're going down to 2 prizes. Which means I need to take a turn off, probably. Is there even any way in which I can win this? Is what I'm wondering. Technically there is. And that is if I don't promote the Greninja. I have to push the Zebstrika here. Attach water. Here. I have to go for a Moonlight Shuriken play at this point. It's probably not going to work out because I have to attach 3 turns in a row. And yes, I still technically have the Palkia V-Star power available, but I don't have Palkia V-Star access. Which is really sad. Stream lag when I went no. Oh, whoopsie. Are we good for now? Are we good now? It said I had 0 dropped frames, so I don't know what it is. We probably Guzma like a liability into active, switch with the other Zebstrika, and just hope we can stall enough turns that it actually does work out. I think we do Quick Ball away a water. Yeah, there's no Pokemon here. Right. I think that is the play. Just Guzma something inactive and hope they don't have a retreat for several turns. Or maybe not for several turns, but we can chain Guzma a little bit. So let's PokéStop. I guess also probably best to... No, we can hold on to Nest Ball. Probably should have held on to this as well. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and this is a pass. Let's say they have 1 energy out of the 2 for attachments for the retreat. So we draw for turn, we attach the Greninja, we VS Seeker for Guzma, we Guzma them again, to once again force another retreat. This one's probably not gonna stick. This one's probably not gonna stick, so... Or will it? I don't know, we'll see. Let's pass. Let's say it doesn't stick and there's Zebstrika. Hold on, wait. I do actually want to PokéStop before ending turn, yeah. Let's say they do KO Zebstrika, but that means I get this in. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Like, yes, I have attachment here, but a Regidrago player never has 2 tiny basics in play, right? Like, never. So let's PokéStop again. Holy shit, I'm not hitting the Battle Compressor at all. That's crazy. There's a Battle Compressor and an Ultra Ball in this deck, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is not working. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the pricing was the way that it was, that we were forced to use an early Rescue Stretcher because of a discard heavy hand. The fact that our opening bricked so hard was also unfortunate. I think that's mostly why we didn't get there in late game. Because the opening was just, we were just constantly running behind the facts, which doesn't really help. So I've played 2 games going second with this list. I do want to play a game going first. I'm gonna say screw the die for today, for this one. Man, this deck is kind of intense to play because you need to take into consideration so many lines that you could possibly take, even across multiple turns. And it's really hard to predict sometimes, especially with math. Like what % of your deck is still water energy and how likely is it that you hit into water energy. But the deck's doing a lot better than I thought. I thought this would be like definitely inferior to the Volcarona V version of this list, because the Volcarona V version has stuff like Fiery Flint and Fiery Torch. But it's actually working out quite well. The fact that this is a single prizer is really helping it, and like especially the fact that you don't have to do like Mew shenanigans for this. You're in the best of 3 and now it's your decision to go first because that's locals etiquette. Oh yeah. I lost the win flip on the first one. But I chose, so they chose first, which is something I don't want, but I won game 1, so they chose first again. But now I lost game 2, so we're in game 3 and I'm choosing first now. So that's a great one to, that's great. Volcanion EX. Yeah, I think I only ran 1 copy of Volcanion EX in the other list, which is, like, it's definitely relevant, because it boosts your damage by 50 rather than 20. While discarding a fire. But it's once again another 2 prizer on your bench. So it's not optimal necessarily. I just straight up drew 7 cards from deck. That's crazy. This is, oh, not a mulligan. There's a Kyogre right here. I've always opened a Kyogre so far, which is really funny. Let's see. 6 prizes for us and 6 prizes for them. Flip it over. We are turn 1 going first. I think that means we have to nest ball for a Radiant Greninja here. Or a Palkia, but as I'm doing the price check right now, Palkia VSTAR is priced, so we kind of have to go on the offensive here and either bench Blitzle or Radiant Greninja. I think Radiant Greninja is better here. I think we have to Battle Compressor here. 4-3 Water Energy. Actually, no, I want to discard the Palkia V as well. Let's discard Palkia V, Field Blower, Water Energy. I think that's probably fine. These are like the 3 most dead cards in my, the 2 most dead cards in my deck. Okay, since we're turn 1 going first, it doesn't really matter if we don't attach to Kyogre yet. Let's think. Zebstrika in my hands. I think ideally... I think I do want a quick ball for a Blitzle here, actually. Yeah. I think that's probably the best. This turn 2 Zebstrika is really nice. And I really hope they reprint Quick Ball in Standard. Like, but I don't know what they're gonna do for Standard, by the way, because just in case you guys are wondering, Nest Ball is rotating in like half a year, about half a year. In like, what is it, March or April? Nest Ball is rotating. What the fuck are we gonna get? Are we gonna get a Nest Ball reprint? Are we gonna get Quick Ball back? I don't know. Anyway, let's discard. The reason I wanted to discard the Ultra Ball here is so that I still see 2 extra cards out of the concealed cards here. Ooh, that's big. Heavy Ball is really big here. I can only grab Blitzle from this, by the way. There's no decision for me to make. Because these are both evolutions, yeah. But that means I can get some. That means I can bench another Blitzle. And I will keep this water in my hand so that I still have concealed cards for next turn. Actually, no. It's better to attach here and then pass. Surely, if they're a Regidrago player, they don't have a turn 1 attack, probably. Or they can have Dragon Laser, but that's 130 and then 130. Yeah, let's say they do Dragon Laser. Yeah, actually, let's say they get a Dragon Laser turn 1 from the Regidrago V, which is 130 to active and 30 to one of my bench Pokemon. Probably, if they want to set up for proper Timeless GX shenanigans, it's probably on the Radiant Greninja or on the Blitzle. Probably on Radiant Greninja just because it sets up for Trifrost. Yeah. Okay, so it then goes into me. Oh my god, I draw research. I'm just built different. I am just straight up built different. You call that, is Ultra Ball going too? No, Ultra Ball did get a reprint in Mega Evolution. Ultra Ball did get a reprint. The cards that got a reprint in Mega Evolution were Energy Switch, Energy Retrieval got a reprint in Black Bolt White Flare. Boss's Orders and Ultra Ball got a reprint. Switch got a reprint. I think those are the only ones. I think Energy Search also got a reprint in Black Bolt White Flare, but I'm not sure on that. I think those are the only ones. Not entirely sure. Oh, Research. Research got a reprint. Yeah, that's the last one I was missing. Anyway, I'm just built different. Zebstrika, Research, let's go. There we go. Okay. Float Stone probably here, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, Dedenne is really nice here. Definitely play the PokéStop. I think Quick Ball, the Research. Get another Kyogre. I think that's kind of mandatory here. No, Boss did get reprinted in Mega Evolution. Did I not mention Boss? I think that's one of the first ones I said. Boss did get reprinted with Mega Evolutions. Unfortunately. Would have loved to see what the format evolved into if we didn't get Boss, because we do have other Gust options like Lycia's Appeal still. And Pokemon Catcher. I think Pokemon Catcher actually didn't get reprints, I think. Not sure, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, now we go for Dedenne change. To draw 6. I got another Float Stone. It's not great. I will Float Stone here because it is 3 feet. I still have attached for turn. Although, I think I want to concealed cards this one away and then Battle Compressor. Yeah, nice. Still drew into a water, never punished. Battle Compressor for 3 water. I think there's nothing else that I do want to discard from here. There's nothing else. Shuffle the deck. These go to discards. See, Battle Compressor, that's a card that they should definitely never reprint. Attachment here is fine. Oopsie. I don't want to rip the Zebstrika because this hand is too valuable. But I can PokéStop. Nice, I drew into Rescue Stretcher. That's huge. That is third research down, if I recall correctly. Let me just check. Yeah, 3 research down. And no VSTAR down, but I have a VSTAR in hand. I'm not even sure if I want to do Dedenne next turn, if I'm going to be honest. What I have here. My hand's kind of going to Screeching Halt. We're attacking into the Regidrago VSTAR. Regidrago V, actually, sorry. This is turn 2 going first. Yes, this is turn 2 going first. Let's see. All the water energy, that's 8, 9. It's 9 only. Oh, that's not a KO! That's really sad. Do I still want to go for this then? I think I have to rip further. Yeah, 9 is not enough for a KO, so I think I have to rip further. Oh, I did... Stop, by the way. I did use it. I did research this turn. Do I Rescue Stretcher anything here? I think so. I think what I do here is I go for sprint, discarding all this, drawing 4. I think I have to. Then I changed the trigger this turn. Okay, Secret Box kind of saved my ass here. Not gonna lie. Holy moly. Yeah, I got. Okay, I have no tools and stadiums left, so it's only supporter and item. But I can grab Research Compressor. Hold on, before shuffling my deck, I want to count how many water energies are. Only 2. Yeah, it's not worth Battle Compressor. Not worth. They should reprint expanded stables for an affordable expanded product to get people interested in expanded. I agree. I definitely agree, but they will never do that. Where are my float stones that are not above $10? We hold on to these 2 cards. That Secret Box saved my ass though, not gonna lie. Because now we have, I think, 11 in this card, which makes exactly 220. This is... Oh, no, we have... Yeah, we have 12, which is 240, which is also very nice. Does that make sense? 12, 13, 14, 16, then 2 in deck. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so KO on Regidrago V. Only barely. The work you have to do to grab like the big 2 price KOs, but it's so worth. It's so worth it. Let's see. Dang, I still got the Rescue Stretcher. Yes. Did I just grab 2 water energy off the prizes? I did. That's so funny. That's so funny. Anyway, what they probably do here is they go for a Trifrost turn. Which means they KO my Kyogre, my Radiant Greninja, and either my Blitzle or Zebstrika. One of the 2. What would be more detrimental? Probably my Zebstrika. For 3 prizes. So let's push. Let's push Blitzle. Drop. No, wait. I'm not. I cannot permit to push Blitzle because I have no energy on this Kyogre. Cannot permit myself to do that. So let's Battle Compressor. Yeet 3 water energy. We have to. Sword and Shield song is playing has been stuck in your head because it's music in the video you just scheduled. You made us a great league. Yeah, let's go. Dude, I play so little PCGL. I think I'm still in Poké League. Like, for the past 3 months or something. It's really silly. True silly Billy moments. And then we research here. Discard these 3 water energies. To draw 7 cards. Yeah, okay, I did find Zebstrika, which is really, really nice. Zebstrika. Did find other Kyogre. I can Ultra Ball stuff. What do I want to Ultra Ball for? Dedenne number 2? No, that's... I already yeeted that earlier. I can't Ultra Ball for anything. Okay, well, that's something I didn't realize. My bad. There's no Pokemon in my deck. PokéStop. Found 2 quick balls off of this. Great. I should have PokéStopped after the sprint, not before. That's okay. Sprint. To draw 4. Goaded. Goaded Battle Compressor. There we go. Guzma can stay in the deck. This is such a good Battle Compressor to find. That was exactly what I was hoping for. Because now we got a goated swing this turn. Let's see. Let's count how much. I kind of lost count, but I think this is like definitely enough to KO 2 prizer. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. Yeah, this is 15, so it's 300 damage. Enough to KO a Regidrago VSTAR. Hell yeah. As long as there will be expanded support on live, I will be happy. Yeah. Me too, I think. I mean, I'm still happy without, but I would be more happy I would be happier. Or happier. Maybe even the happiest boyo on the planet. Who knows? Anyway, we're grabbing 2 prizes. Okay, that's fine. See, the thing is, even from these situations, Regidrago can still win the game. Is what they can do. Timeless GX does 140. So what they can do is, on their turn, gust Dedenne, Timeless GX for 140, take another turn, and then go for another Trifrost to KO Dedenne, and Zebstrika to take 3 prizes. So, the thing is, you don't have safe lines against Regidrago, unfortunately. But let's just say, worst case scenario, they gust Dedenne, or worst case scenario is I lose, but like worst case scenario that I still am in the game is they gust again Dedenne and KO it. Meaning, I only have 1 turn. So, let's draw. So, funny thing, I definitely have to Rescue Stretcher for Dedenne. That's like a given, I think. I think I also have to pop the Dedenne immediately. Wait, do I no, I should, like I said, I should push Zebstrika for the extra discard, not Kyogre. I'm stupid. Yeah. Okay, anyway, data change. Discard. Draw 6. I think I'm mostly just hoping that I rip into Guzma here eventually. Which means I should PokéStop first. Should have PokéStopped actually at the very start. Yeah, as you can see, Guzma goes there. I should have PokéStopped before the Dedenne rip, because that's the lowest odds that you hit the Guzma. Oops. Timeless was 150. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, so they can, honestly, that means they can just attack Kyogre in active. And then Gust KO Dedenne next turn. That's even easier. They don't even have to Trifrost specifically. That's disgusting, bro. I thought Timeless was 140, my bad. Anyway, let's sprint to discard my hand and draw 4. Attach 1, retreat. What's the damage? How much can we hit for this turn? I fucked up by not ordering properly to hit the Guzma, unfortunately. Let's see. 6, 9, 12. That's it. 12. So it's 240. That's not enough to KO Regidrago anyway. So we're cooked anyway. That's unfortunate. I mean, taking 1 game off of the best deck in format is not terrible, I guess. But I could have definitely sequenced that better. You always, in that scenario, you always go for PokéStop first, because that's the lowest odds that you hit the Guzma with the PokéStop, because they're still like, the deck was 14 energy and 1 Guzma. So you PokéStop first, because that's the only way you can actually lose the Guzma. Because if you sprint into the Guzma or data change into the Guzma, you don't lose it. You always have access to it. So, yeah, that was definitely a big misplay by me. What's another matchup that I would like to practice? I don't know, man. I feel like Lugia is a bad matchup, because they can just do Iron Hands, thank you very much, and then I cry. This Amp is super effective on Kyogre. Man, I can't wait until Iron Hands rotates from Standard, holy shit. Finally, the Grave of Jolting box. Alright. Whoopsie. I'm bad at shuffling. You want an Electro Power reprint? Who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do in the future? I have no clue, honestly. I just want a Mega Victory Bell card. I think then I'm happy. Like, Mega Victory Bell is such a silly Pokemon in ZA. I want that guy on a card just now, and I hope that it's like a decent card, like maybe at least meme territory. Okay, let's flip to see if we're starting or not. That is heads, so that means we do go first. Nice. That's 5, 6. I'm not gonna finish that phrase. in case there are Gen Zers in here. Let's see. Do we have a mulligan? Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we do. That really sucks. Been Gen Alpha, I'm Gen Z. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Officially, technically, I'm a Gen Zer as well, I think. Like, I'm on like the earlier phase of Gen Z. Yeah, I am. Never mind, man. Like all these made-up generations, I fucking hate it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to avoid saying. That's what I wanted to avoid saying. All right. There we go. 7. Are you kidding me? I once again have Palkia VSTAR in my opener and no other Pokemon. There was also 0 energy in that hand, which is also kind of unlikely. Next gen is cooked. I feel like every generation says that the next generation is cooked, but I truly do think that we are in the right here. It's an endless circle. An endless spiral, I should say, not a circle. Because we are going somewhere, but it's not up. Damn. Alright. Come on. Third time's a charm. Third time's a bravery charm. Why do I once again have Palkia VSTAR in my opener? That's crazy. At least we have a basic. It's not the best one, but it's a basic. I am not allowed to complain. Your mission is to make Ultra League. Ooh, that should be very doable. Don't worry about that. Alright, draw for turn. We are going first, is I think what I said, yeah. We are going first, so Battle Compressor. Yeah, this is alright. I can Battle Compressor for a research and 2 waters. I think that's very alright, because that means I can Versus Seeker for the research next turn. What are my prizes? Why is there always a Rescue Stretcher in my prizes? That's so cringe. I don't really care about the rest, but the Rescue Stretcher in prizes is so goddamn annoying. Why am I shuffling? I have more search cards in my hands. Do we go for a Palkia play since we're going first? We could. I think that's a smart idea. Let's Ultra Ball for Palkia V. He's here. There we go. Actually, scrap it. I'm going for Arceus League because you need a full play set of full art Buddy Puff and a TCG Live. Yeah, or you can just wait like 20 weeks and then you can craft them. You have a complete set of the full art Air Balloon and Rare Candy and Night Stretcher, but not Buddy Puffin. I honestly don't really care about the full arts. Like, if I would pull one in person, yeah, sure, I like it. But I usually play with min rarity on TCG Live anyway, just so that I can relate it more to my personal play. Like, if the deck looks similar on live than it does for me to what it does for me in real life, then I usually get more benefit out of that. Okay, we Ultra Ball for Palkia V, we bench Palkia V, and then we go for a PokéStop. Water, Zebstrika, water. It's only attached to water Pokemon, right? Yeah, that's fine. We can get a head attachment next turn, that's fine. We pass. Turn 1 going second. Surely they don't have a KO for this, so we draw. Ooh, Blitzle, nice. Palkia VSTAR versus Seeker for the research. And play the research to draw 7. I have to play Sense Scorch Mill and Expanded Beta. Dude, I'm surprised the deck actually functions. I'm surprised it functions. Like, I should say, I'm surprised the deck functions in Expanded Beta. Definitely Nest Ball for Radiant Greninja. That's really good. Yeah, huge. Let's see. I think Battle Compressor for 3 water. We can delete. Actually, yeah, no, I should delete Heavy Ball here. Probably also Field Blower, not 2 energies, but 1 energy. This Field Blower doesn't really do anything here. Function because people don't know what it does, and then they'd be like, where the fuck is half my deck gone? Yeah. True. True. Okay, there we go. So I do have to manually attach here, that's a given. I have to shuffle properly because I want to do a concealed cards. Yep. Sealed cards to draw 2. Ooh, Float Stone. I guess I prematurely attached this then. I can still Float Stone the Palkia. That's fine. No. Better to Float Stone the Kyogre, because I have another Kyogre. The thing is, I priced a Rescue Stretcher, so I guess I will Quick Ball away the Kyogre, so I can get the second Blitzle developed. I think that's more valuable. I think that is more valuable. Then we go for PokéStop, discard Zebstrika, and Water Energy and Blitzle. Oh my god. Zebstrika discard's kinda painful, because I already discarded one earlier. There's only one left in deck. We go for the VSTAR power. For 1, 2, 3. Attach 2 here, 1 here. Hard retreat Dedenne into Palkia V Star. And swing for like probably 200-ish for 2 prizes. I think this is honestly, like, I know we opened to Dedenne, but honestly this is looking like an optimal prize map, which is really weird to say. Unfortunate that I didn't unprize the Rescue Stretcher, but it is what it is. I got Battle Compressor, which is not bad. Okay, let's say they KO Palkia V-Star inactive. That's very reasonable if they do. So, I think I push a Blitzle and draw. There is Rescue Stretcher. Let's Battle Compressor some Water Energy away. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Then let's concealed cards. 2. Ooh, ball twice. What can I get with ball? Get the Dedenne. Okay, wait, hold on. The Dedenne is actually not a bad grab here. If I discard VS Seeker with the Dedenne. I'm not gonna play the Dedenne yet. It doesn't really matter actually now that I think about it. Yeah, let's see a Researcher's Mill deck, yeah. Yeah, no, my first instinct was right. You can Quick Ball away the Quick Ball for the Dedenne. Because this can definitely be a Guzma turn. Did I discard a Guzma? I think I discarded a Guzma. If not, then this VS Seeker is RIP anyway. Yeah, no, I did not discard a Guzma, my bad. Yeah, the VS Seeker is RIP, it's fine. We do have to Rescue Stretcher, and the question is which mode are we going to choose? Definitely want to recover. I want to recover multiple things, so I Okay, I guess we're gonna go for this one. Shuffle that in. There we go. And then let's PokéStop. I should have PokéStop actually before doing the Rescue Stretcher. Let's see if I get punished. Oh, there goes Guzma and Research. That's crazy. Anyway, there's the Dedenne-GX trigger. So draw 6. 4, 6. Oh my god, I drew it to double the Zebstrika. That's huge. Battle Compressor. Or Zebstrika double Ultra Ball. There's now 5 cards in deck. Yeah. I do want to sprint once here. I'll touch Float Stone to the Dedenne. Yes. And sprint. 4. Yeah, last card is indeed the Kyogre. Great. Touch, return, retreat. Kaboosh. And then let's count how much Damaggio we're doing, shall we? Let's get all the water energy to the front here. This is turn 3 going first, by the way, that our discard pile is this thick. In case you're curious. It's kinda nutty. This is the entire stack of water energy. How much is it? 5, 10, nice clean 15. A nice clean 15. 300 damage. Discarded 21 cards from their opponent's deck. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. I just did 300 damage. I think we both like big numbers, but in different ways. Okay. So they want to chase me on the 2-2 price race, so they definitely gust this up and KO it. So I have to push something with 1 retreat. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot that I get 2 prize cards off of this. Oh nice, I got box. Okay, we draw cards for turn. Honestly, we should be able to win this turn, so I think I just Secret Box away these 3. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. Let's PokéStop. Yep, that's within expectation. Let's do a concealed cards. Let's do a research. 4, 5, 6, 7. Sprint. Discard this and draw 3. Yeah, okay. Attach, retreat. We can bench Kyogre. I cannot use Sprint anymore because it says you may discard your hand and draw 4 cards, but I can't draw cards anymore. It's part of the condition, so I can't discard this 1 energy in my hand, but that's okay. So let's go for Riptide and see how much damage it does. 5, 10, 14, 16 damage times 20 is 320. That's the maximum number we can hit. That's not true, it's 340. Because it's the 1 energy in my hand. But 320 is enough to kill everything that's relevant. Last 2 prizes, yippee! See, this deck slays. This deck cooks, or some people might say that this deck fucks. Honestly, I would agree with all of those statements. I think I cooked with this list, for sure. Is it perfect? Probably not. Is it really cool to pilot and really interesting to think of decisions? Yes. The deck fucks because it fucks people up. That's why. That's what we mean with the deck fucks. It fucks shit up. That's what we mean with that, in case it was unclear. I think there's going to be an ad soon, so I think I will rip it now, and then we can start a game after. Yeah, there's one soon. I'll rip it now. There we go. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. I hope everyone enjoyed the ads. I took the time to take a quick toilet break, as you might have seen. We're back now. I think everyone's out of ads. If you're not out of ads, please do a scream. Not that you would be able to hear me. I did have an excellent pee, thank you. But for the people that got hit with ads, you missed absolutely nothing other than the text on screen that said BRB peeing. So, excellent. Technically, it wasn't time yet for the ads, but unfortunately, I do have to run a minimum of 3 minutes of ads per hour. I was like, I think I'll just preload this one because I kind of have to pee. So now we're ad-free for like the next 70 minutes rather than the next 60 minutes. And I think I'm gonna probably end stream within those 70 minutes. Probably near the end of those 70 minutes, I think. That would be my guess. So I figured this would probably be like the best solution for that. That's a nice thing. I can just pre-fire my ads whenever I want to, and still save up ad-free time. specifically. I'd rather have this than have pre-rolls, so that every time you click on my channel to watch live, you first have to sit through 30 seconds of ads. I hate that. I hate that. Every time I click to watch someone stream and I have to watch 30 seconds of ads, I'm out of there like immediately. I do not have the patience for that. So this is why I wanted baked in ads for this thing specifically. I guess it gives you an incentive to subscribe as well if you don't want to see the ad breaks. But I guess you're not missing that much from the ads, or at least it's what I'm trying to do. YouTube, on the other end, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably asking, what the fuck is an ad? I run an ad blocker. It's good for you. Good thing you'll stream on YouTube then. Yeah, I do on both. I do a multi-stream. But yeah. Alright, let's flip to see for first or second for this one. Tails, so that means we're gonna do a go second game again. Which means a Palkia play is likely a little bit riskier. Palkia plays are really good if you're going first. Oh, that's unfortunate that we have to start the Dedenne again. But hey, last game we started the Dedenne and it was not terrible. It was a pretty good game. So let's see how this one goes. We are going second, like I said. I think we have to pop the heavy ball here right away. Okay, that's okay. I don't mind this pricing. This pricing is fine. Like having 4 energy in there is a little excessive, but it's better than having like several evolution Pokemon in there. I do not mind this. What I do mind is that I have double VS Seeker in a hand that I'm probably gonna discard away heavily. But that kind of sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. So VS Seeker, I guess I'll do this. This feels really bad. Secret boxing away double VS Seeker and research feels so bad, bro. Definitely Nest Ball, definitely Float Stone, definitely PokéStop. I think I still need research here. Yeah. There we go. Then we Nest Ball for Radiant Greninja. I think that's a must for here because I just need to see more cards. I guess I could have also grabbed Quick Ball to grab second Dedenne, but I think this is better. I don't want to rip my second Dedenne already if I don't even have access to my Rescue Stretcher yet. No. Right, big shuffles. Shuffle, shuffle. There we go. PokéStop here. Ideally, we do get a turn 1 attack with Kyogre, so I think I will Float Stone here still. And then we research away Zebstrika Water for 7 fresh cards. There we go. Alright. Okay, we're finding some things. Let's Battle Compressor away the Palkia line, because that's entirely too risky. I guess Field Blower. Yeah, the Palkia line is really too risky for this going second shenanigans. Go. Probably have more search in my hands. Why I did a mild shuffle? Yeah, I do. I do want to do a full shuffle because I want to do PokéStop and sealed cards before anything else. Let's see. Water, water, water. Perfect. It's a really nice PokéStop. Let's go for Radiant Greninja. Sealed cards. Draw 1, 2. Ultra Ball. Actually, it's better to Ultra Ball away something else. Grab the Dedenne. This is a crazy turn 1 going second, I must say. Ideally, I kind of want to find it like a Blitzle off of this. Then did they change? Ideally, maybe even 2. And then Rescue Stretcher as well. Yeah, I just wanted, for safety, attach onto Kyogre right now, because I already discarded quite a bit of water energy. And there's 4 in prizes, so that's why. So let's bench, Dedenne change, draw 6. That's a 1 card cemented, whoopsie. There's another Kyogre, but I can get a Blitzle off of this. And then comes the question of how much water is in the discard pile. You discarded 21 cards again. Are you proud of me? I'm always proud of you, Strategic. Even if you discard 0 cards with Santa Scorch, I'm proud of you. But now I'm extra proud of you, for sure. Let's see how much this is. This is only 7. Yeah. Okay. Only 7 water in discard is not ideal. This makes it 9. 9 does hit surpass the 160 mark, which means it KOs stuff like the Dedenne. So I think I will Ultra Ball for Zebstrika here. I know I can't play it yet, but this feels safer than grabbing second Blitzle, you know? This feels safer than second Blitzle. So I will retreat and swing for 180 and hope that that's into a 2-prizer. Let's just say on average we take 1 prize from that. I think that's valid to say that we get 1 prize from that, right? Shuffle. And if we find Rescue Stretcher later, we can always Rescue Stretcher double Zebstrika plus Kyogre. Needs to be. So let's say on average we get 1 prize from that. Dude, turn 1 going second doing 180 damage is like not bad. Okay, we got a Water Energy, nice. I'm assuming they would probably gust Float Stone Dedenne and KO it for 2. Which means I'm gonna push my other Dedenne and draw. Evolve into Zebstrika, bench the other Kyogre for sure. Just back up. First PokéStop. Okay, discard Blitzle and research, but keep Quick Ball. How many Blitzle are in discards? Only 1, right? Yeah, so I think I can grab second Blitzle here. I think that's the only basic Pokemon in my deck other than the other Kyogre. That's fine, actually. Your opponent's deck ran out of cards. You win. Let's go. Hell yeah. Oh my god. That's so funny. Okay. I have 1 water here. Concealed cards, that went away. Huh? It's unfortunate I drew into the Kyogre, actually. Kinda sucks. It's fine, though. There's a lot of water energy in deck, so I'll sprint. Oops. Oh my god! This is kind of disgusting, because we can attach retreat from here. And then we have double Battle Compressor. That is so disgusting, actually. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is so disgusting, me drawing into double Battle Compressor. Alright. I have a Quick Ball in hand, but I only have 1 card, so... Not that there's any basics in there, so I can't play it anyway. Okay, let's go for Riptide. This was 6 already, we knew that. 8, 9, 10... It's 10, so that's 200 damage. It's kind of on the edge of, is it a 1-prizer or a 2-prizer? Let's say it's a 2-prizer for now. Last turn I didn't give myself the benefit of a doubt. This turn I am. On average. On average you take like 1.5 prizes with 180 or 200 damage. Okay, so let's take our 2 random prizes. Please don't be Quick Ball. Quick Ball can stay in the prizes for all I care. Nice. Float Stone, no water. Nice, that's fine. Ideally I would have had 2 water, but that's okay. They probably Gus KO Dedenne again. Worst case scenario. Which means I can't permit myself to actually develop more 2 prizers. Let's attach a Float Stone to the other Kyogre. Let's go for a PokéStop. Ooh, I found Ultra Ball off that. That's huge. Ultra Ball is actually so big. Now I can Ultra Ball for Zebstrika, right? Oh no, wait. Oopsie. That is not true. The Zebstrikas are chilling in the discard. Come on, Noah, you knew this. You knew this. Come on. Stay with it. Come off it. Sealed cards for 2. Ooh. Huge. That's a huge Battle Compressor. I really hope I draw into one of my Rescue Stretchers here. Off of the Zebstrika. That'd be awesome. Please let me draw into a Rescue Stretcher, I'm begging you. Ah, unfortunate. I do have Guzma, but... Catch Retreat... into the Zebstrika. Guzma, whatever I want up. Oh, whoopsie. My bad. Sorry for the camera shake. Are we all good still? I think we are. Camera moved a little bit. Okay. Is camera still charging? That's one thing I should check. It is. Oh yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, did not draw into the Rescue Stretchers. That's okay. Let's see what kind of swing we're getting this turn. It's probably a single prizer if I had to guess. This is 6, 9, just 9. We're barely not hitting the numbers this round, but that's okay. I think it's still fine. Definitely still fine. So we got 1 prize. Whoops. Get a Water Energy, perfect. So they've gusted me 2 turns in a row. Will they gust me again? Probably not, so they're gonna kill the Kyogre. Means I'll push Zep and draw for turn. There's the Rescue Stretcher. We will Rescue Stretcher to get... I think Zebstrika to hand is what I need. I could go very greedy and recover... Hold on. Yeah. I think I'm actually going to go greed this out. And the way I mean that is by doing this. By PokéStopping. If I get another Rescue Stretcher. Oh, this way I don't even have to greed it out. That's awesome, actually. And concealed cards. The concealed cards might have been a throw, but whatever. Because now I can Rescue Stretcher, strike that to hands. Or actually, no. I think. Yeah, I can risk. Yeah, okay. I think I know the plan. I can Rescue Stretcher. Doubles of Zebstrika Kyogre to deck. Oopsie. And I think it's very, very likely to actually hit a Zebstrika here, because I'm going to use my second Rescue Stretcher to grab the Dedenne-GX out of my discards to hand. And then we'll play the Dedenne-GX, triggering Dead Age Change. Drawing 6 cards. Yeah, see, it's super likely that I draw Zebstrika. Bro. I'm just built different. Now I have to remember. I think I'm definitely safe to sprint here. Wait, why did I push Zebstrika? That was stupid. I didn't have enough for the retreat. That was not smart by me. Just rectifying my mistake. Okay, now I have to count. I don't know if one of these last two is energy. It's very likely, but I don't know for certain. So let's see. There's 1 in prizes, 3 in my hand, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That means that both of these cards are energy, which is perfect. So that means I can sprint here, discard these, draw my last 2 energies, attach 1 here, and then we can Riptide for lots of damage. What was it again? I forgot. 5, 10, yeah, it's 15, so it's 300 damage. That's definitely enough for 2 prizes. Hell yeah. Why am I shuffling this? The game is over. There we go. So even if you don't get the big KOs in early game, you can still definitely swing it around by virtue of being a single prize deck. As long as your opponent doesn't have any like big spread, like a Regidrago list with Trifrosts, or like any other spread attacker, you should be fine, mostly. I think a matchup this deck would struggle against is Iron Thorns. Maybe. We could practice that, Iron Thorns, because that would turn off Radiant Greninja and the Dedenne-GX, so it would warrant a completely different amount of play. But we could try that. We could try like a best of 1 against Iron Thorns, maybe best of 3, depending on how fast it goes. So let's flip. I will call Tails here. Iron Thorns player does want to go first, usually. I failed it, so I'm going second. So let's say the Iron Thorns matchup. Oh, Kyogre is a Gambit, because this is weak to lightning. Yeah, I cannot go for the Kyogre play. I have to, or the Palkia play, sorry. I'm mixing up the 2 water legendaries. Okay, so going second. Yeah, we definitely want to bench the other Kyogre. Quick Ball. Let's check what's in prizes. Okay, Greninja's in prizes, that's fine. He can stay there. Bro can stay there. I don't mind that. Want a Quick Ball for Blitzle. Like I said, if we're practicing against Iron Thorns, the Dedenne does not work. Palkia VSTAR doesn't work. And Radiant Greninja also doesn't work. Shuffle doesn't really matter here because I'm gonna pop the Secret Box. What am I gonna grab off the Secret Box? Well, definitely PokéStop and definitely Float Stone, because those are my only options. What supporter? I mean, I'm going second, so probably Research. And Heavy Ball is kind of important here. Heavy Ball is actually really important here because I need to get that Blitzle out of the prizes. Right. So we Heavy Ball for the Blitzle, bench the Blitzle, we touch the Float Stone somewhere, probably here, play PokéStop, rip the PokéStop, water. Ooh. Not a fan of this Rescue Stretcher obtaining. I don't want to use it. Unfortunate. Let's research. Draw 7 new cards. Okay, I draw into the other... Wait, no. Yeah, no, the Rescue Stretcher is on top, actually. Drew one too many cards. Whoopsie. Yeah. Okay. Do I have access to third Blitzle this turn? No. Fortunately not. I do have Satchment's Return here. How many waters are in this card? It's like 2, right? It's 3. I can turn that into 9. Is that relevant against Iron Thorns? No. It's not really relevant. Field Blower could be relevant. It's probably better for next turn though, let's be honest. I think I'm just holding here and hitting active for 90. I do want to keep track of that damage. I'm not doing 90 by the way, I'm doing 60. My bad. I'm doing 60 because I'm doing 3. Yeah. That means the Iron Thorns has 170 HP left, so I would need a 9 swing on the next turn if they leave it inactive. Alright, so they probably swing and KO here, which means they're on 5 prizes. I have to push Kyogre because I don't have an energy on it. So I don't like how this proxy's a little bit too tiny, but whatever. Draw for turn. Definitely go Zebstrika here. Pika, whatever. Definitely Field Blower here. Double. Not yet. Let's PokéStop first. Okay, found an Ultra Ball. Let's think. Probably just want to grab a second Zebstrika. How many Ultra Balls are left in deck? One, because one of them is prized. Yeah, I will have to grab second Zebstrika here, not third Blitzle. Yeah, TCG can be good in the Sense Scorch Mill deck, because I thought you were using some sorts of rainbow energy with it, specifically. That's the main reason why. It's like if you want to, for example, pop Electro GX, but you only have access to 1 Electro GX, you can accelerate like 2 energy to the TCI GX and 3 to the Sense Scorch, and then just develop another Voltorb on that same turn from like a Stretcher or something, and swing with the TCI to steal another turn, but you can next turn pop another Electrode, in case you don't have double Electrode set up. Oh wait, you can't! I'm so stupid. You can't accelerate to GX Pokemon with Electrode. I'm stupid. I'm so sorry. You can't power it up easily, you're right. It's probably not that great then. Right. Sorry. I was thinking of Electrode DX from the Ruby Sapphire era. Let's evolve. Double Compressor. Water Energies are probably enough to hit one of them at least. Surely I hit one of them. Or actually I should probably put more power into discarding stuff that I don't want. Like these two. I think those two are actually the only ones, so I can put back 2 energy. There we go. Alright. Let me just check how many energies I have in discards already. 4, 5, 6, 8. 8. Okay. So I need one more. No, I need 2 more to. Oh, I need 1 more to KO the Iron Thorns inactive, so now I know how hard to go. Okay, so after research, do find third Blitzle, that's huge. I also find Nest Ball for second Kyogre. Fortunate part is that recovery, I think. Yeah. That kinda sucks. Oh wait, because I drew into it, that's right. I'm gonna hold this. So I can next turn rip that for Zebstrika plus double Kyogre. Oh wait, there's no Zebstrika in this card. Do I just rip it for a Kyogre now? No, I should probably be a little bit more frugal. Attach for turn. There's no basic Pokemon in my deck, so I hold that for after the Rescue Stretcher. Swing. Yeah, unfortunately I don't actually hit the knockout. Wait, no. That's right, I don't hit the knockout. It sucks. Oh no, I do. Wait, my math is off. My math is off. Never mind. We're fine. Copium. Also, I didn't rip the PokéStop. Why did I not rip the PokéStop? I could have ripped the PokéStop. Whatever. What do we get off prizes? Not a Water Energy. Oh, we do. Never mind. That's actually not bad. Let's say active gets KO'd. Have to push this Kyogre. Opponent goes to 4 prizes. Rescue Stretch. Double Kyogre. Fortunate part is that I have to Rescue Stretcher for something else as well. Because I have to do tree, it's not up to tree, it's straight up tree. The best way to mitigate that actually, hold on. The best way to mitigate that is to do Battle Compressor for 2 water and a Zebstrika. Yeah. And then you do Rescue Stretcher for the Zebstrika, double Kyogre. That's how you do it. Yeah, let's double Quick Ball. Or double Kyogre. Okay. Boop boop. And I think it doesn't really have to be a Guzma turn, does it? No, we can do a research turn. Yes, Seeker for research. But I first want to do PokéStop before doing the research. That's crazy. That's fine though, that's fine. Guzma Float Stone is painful, but it's fine. But I don't need Guzma in this matchup. Research for 7. Now I should just make my deck an engine. There you go. How many cards is my deck? Not enough for triple sprint. Hell yeah. You'd love to see it. So we're gonna do sprint. Draw 4. Sprint. Draw 4. One of these two is surely an energy, right? I don't want to count. I want to count. Yeah, I peeked. I'm so sorry. Sprint. Draw 4. Attach. This is how you play the. This is how you actually like play against Iron Thorns, and maybe also against Regidrago for single if you want to stay full single prizer on this board. I guess you could also bench Greninja in that game. And then we swing for however much this is. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. That is 300 damage. 15 times 20. 300 damage. And my deck is now 15 energies. Love it. But that's perfect, because what is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3? That's 15. We can just empty our whole deck if we want to. So, yeah, we swing into Iron Thorns for the KO. Go. And honestly, if they want to stop this from happening, they have to gust up and KO Zebstrika. Okay, so we push up Zebstrika. We have a charged fella. We go for PokéStop. Discards 3 waters. We go for sprint. Discard hand, draw 4. Oops, that's 5. Go for sprint. So discard hands, draw 4. Then we attach retreat into Kyogre. Now we probably don't get the KO. Because they gusted up one of the Zebstrikas. Zebstrika, I don't know. It's 5, 8, 10, 11. It's only 11, so it's 220. We barely miss a knockout. 220, we barely miss it. It's unfortunate. Iron Thorns usually doesn't run that much recovery. So they probably do switch here and KO my Kyogre. Or no, not my Kyogre. Probably Gus Zebstrika KO. Strike again. Draw. PokéStop. Sprint. Yeah, this is so sad. Attach retreat. And swing for not very much. Yeah, this is 160. But now they have 2 damaged Iron Thorns in play. One with 160, one with 220. They could technically have up to 4 in play if they have like a lot of recovery. So we can play to that out. So they probably, once again, if they can, Gust KO Zebstrika. That's like worst case scenario, of course. Promote. Draw. PokéStop. Attach here. Swing for 50 for how much? 60? Yeah, it's not a lot, unfortunately. Hold on, this is at 2, by the way. Swing for 60. Which means we actually barely don't win this, I think. They usually want to keep my discard pile empty, so they probably Gust KO for the 4th time in a row. Kyogre, if they can, by the way. They run a lot of versus Seeker, they definitely can. If they play their cards right. So now we draw for turn. And if we attach here, we can retreat, but it doesn't help us. Can do Swirling Waves for 130 and discard 2 energy from this, but that doesn't grab the KO on the 60 damage anyway. So we barely don't get there. But that's only if they have 4 gusts in a row. And how likely is it that an Iron Thorns player has 4 turns with gust in a row? I don't think that's very likely. In my personal opinion, that is incredibly unlikely even. Where's the reverse Kyogre? Because I want to that as a cover. Right, I'm going to shuffle the deck up once more. I'm not going to play another game, but I'm not gonna play another game. Alright, shuffled up. Hope you guys enjoyed this silly Kyogre list. Can it be optimized? Probably. Let's be honest, it can definitely be optimized. Honestly, like unironically, I think first Dedenne could be really good in this list potentially. Or second Palkia VSTAR if you want to go for that line more often, potentially. It's too situational to go for too often, but if you like that kind of playstyle, you definitely can. Seems like a good TCG Live ladder deck, gives Volcarona vibes. To be fair, I based this list off the Volcarona list I made earlier this year. Because I was like, hey, this guy's just single price Volcarona, but only for water. So I think it's incredibly similar to the Volcarona list I made. Let me just take a look at what exactly the Volcarona list was that I made. Yeah, okay, so the Volcarona list had 4 Volcarona, also 1 copy of Mew, the Memories of Dawn Mew. Also had like 1 Squawk, 1 Dedenne, not 2 Dedenne, and I had a Volcanion. But there were also grants in that deck. I did not have space for grant in this list, but that's because that deck specifically has a lot more draw potential with Heat Factory, Scorched Earth, and Fiery Flint and Fiery Torch. So that's the reason I went for that way. That list also runs Brilliant Blender, by the way. I think Brilliant Blender might be... Is that better than... I think Secret Box is better in this list, because... Yeah. Because you're kind of reliant on PokéStop. Anyway, I'm done with stream for today. Let me just see if I can go raid someone on the Twitch side. If you're watching on YouTube, yeah, there's no such thing as raids on YouTube, unfortunately. So let's see if I can find a cool person that's maybe also playing TCG in my followers list, and if not, that's also fine. Let's see. Oh, we could go right into Jin. He's a fellow card game connoisseur. He knows a little bit of Pokemon. He knows a little bit of Pokemon. The question is, does he have raids on? That's the big question. Nope, he doesn't have raids on. That's very valid. Because he's doing community day stuff. Yeah. Okay. Surely Lee has raids on, right? He's playing some Silk Song right now. Yeah, Lee does have raids on. There we go. Alright, thanks everyone so much for watching. Appreciate all of you, every single one of you. Make sure you join the PokéCommander Discords, because next Saturday we're gonna have another weekly Commander game, and if you want to join that, you better react to my announcement for tomorrow. Or I'm gonna post an announcement tomorrow, probably, or tonight, about the exact time. But if you want to join that, go for it. For now, I'm gonna have to take my leave, so thanks everyone so much for watching, and talk to you later. Peace.